tell you about how to become a front-end development. So, what all technologies required to become a front-end development? First of all, what does a front-end developer do? So basically, a front-end developer. So there are, when it comes to web development, there are two aspects of web development: front-end and back-end, and full stack. So, available on different type of developer-based web development. So, developer can be proficient in one of these three. Uh, one one of these three categories. So, when it comes to front-end development, they can be proficient in front-end development, they can be back-end development, and they can be in full-stack development. So, what does a front-end developer need? The front-end developer is a professional who is in charge of creating the user interface and user experience that UI UX that user interact with in order to access the application in question. They are problem solvers who use programming language, tools, creativity, and experience to create a website or application that solves a user problem and looks good. As previously said, a back-end developer is responsible for everything related to back-end, including logic, database communication, and much more. Finally, full-stack developers are those who understand both front-end and back-end development, allowing them to start and finish the project on their own. In a professional setting or a standard company, there is usually a UI UX designer who design how the interfaces look and what they want the user experience to be. So, how to become a front-end developer? So, for in order to become a front-end development, you have to understand basic skills which are the fundamentals, which are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are essential. Without knowing it, you can't do anything. So first you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So first, it is the first question here, that what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the skeleton of all the web pages and application as their most basic building block. You use HTML to structure your page into elements such as paragraphs, section, headings, navigation, park, and so on. HTML provides structure to content appearing on websites such as image, text, or video. A page with just HTML is very basic and unappealing. So we use styling, and for styling we use CSS. And CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So we can say that it is used for styling. So what is CSS? It enhances the appearance of a page by adding CSS styles. And at last, which is very essential and most important, which is JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language which is used on the web. JavaScript is perhaps the most used programming language because it is used all over the web. It runs on every website and it just runs on all of the major websites in the world. So for that you need to learn JavaScript. It can include animation, include dynamic styling. It can include things which can include this are dynamic styling, effective behavior, and when they are clicked, buttons are clicked, game motion, and so on. So if you want to learn JavaScript, look into JavaScript data structure algorithm certification. In order to learn JavaScript, you should look at free code camps JavaScript data structure algorithm. In it, you can look at it teaches you everything about JavaScript. Like they start from comment and then variables and then sorting the values using assignment operator and then assigning value to variable, initialization, and then if you look at all the operators, tell about all the operators, and after that they went on to string, length of the string, and then they went on to array, and that they went on to loop and scope of the variables and function and if else statement and all the comparison operators. And if you move on, then you will see the looping statement. And after that, they also teach you about ECMAScript. ECMAScript what is ECMAScript? ECMAScript is a standardized version of JavaScript. Basically, all major browsers follow this specification, ECMAScript specification. So most of the JavaScript you have learned up to the point was in ECMAScript, was finalized in 2000. While still write programs in ECMAScript, Java is constantly evolving. No features are released every year. So, and after that you will learn about basic data structures, array, string, and all other things, and basic algorithm scripting, all the algorithms, how to. After that, you learn about object-oriented programming, functional programming, intermediate algorithm, JavaScript algorithm, and data structure project. After that, you work on project. So after learning all this, you can move on to new responsive website design certification or front-end library certification, front-end development library certification. These are important. And if you complete, you will have a basic understanding of uh, all the technologies used in the front-end development.